Everybody, this is Mr. Crandall. We are on day 5, page 3, week 1 of our packet, Boxing Up Contractions. Quick reminder, a contraction is when you take 2 or more words and make them smaller by pushing them together or pushing them together and taking some letters out. In this case, for example, cannot becomes can't. Let's make it even bigger. On this, I'm going to be drawing lines so you can see which letters were taken away and which ones remain. Can't, C-A-N-T. Now, if you look at this, you can see from up here that the C is still here, the A is still here, the N is still here, but the N and the O have become an apostrophe. And you can see the T right there. Let's try that again in red so it's a little bit easier to see. You can see that each of these, except for the N and the O, are part of the new word. Cannot becomes can't. Has not becomes hasn't. He hasn't been outside. Has not becomes hasn't, and you can see that there's an H, an A, an S, an N, no O. The O has become an apostrophe, and a T. Hasn't. We're moving on to number 3. Will not. Now, this is a weird one because in this one, they switch some letters around. Check it out. Will not, and a lot of kids say wilt when they first learn this. It's actually won't. Not going to be red. We're going to do black to keep with the same ones from the previous letters. W-O-N apostrophe T. Now, watch this. You can see that some of the letters even disappear, and some of them change spots. Will, we got that one. Do you see an I, an L, and an L? Nope, those are gone. In fact, they have been replaced by the apostrophe. And over here, you see the N is gone here, and the O is gone there. If you look at the previous one, you'll see the lines go straight down. But on this one, you can see that the lines make an X. They cross each other. This is one of the few ones where the letters change places. Will not becomes won't. I won't do that. I won't fight a tiger. He is becomes he's. Excuse me, my computer is being a little slow. He's. The H comes here. So you can see the H comes down. The E comes down. The I has been replaced with a contraction. And the S comes down. Number 5. That is. That's a good idea. T comes down. T comes down. H comes down. A comes down. T comes down. The I becomes an apostrophe. And the S comes down too. Number 6. She is. She's. See that there's still the S. H, E. The I becomes an apostrophe. The S is still there. To me, these little drawings look a little bit like jellyfish because they got the blobs on the top and the line sticking down. I will becomes I'll. Now, some people, Mr. Crandall included, say the word I'll as all, but technically we're supposed to say I'll. I will. This one, the apostrophe takes the place of 2 letters. I, W, no, I'm sorry, not 2 letters, just one. It takes the place of W. And, oh no, I was right, it does. It takes the place of the W and the I. Because there's already an I. W-I and L-L. Next, he will. He'll be my best friend. See, H. And in this one, the apostrophe, again, takes the place of the W and the I. And the other L's go down there. You will. You'll. This one, once again, you can see all the letters there, and the W and the I are taken place by the taken by the place of the apostrophe. Sorry, and the W and I have their place taken by the apostrophe. Number 10, you have. You've brought me popcorn. You have. And we can see Y comes down, O comes down, U comes down. And this one, the H and the A are replaced with an apostrophe. And the V and the E come down. You've. They have. They have becomes they've. Just a quick reminder, the one reason we do contractions is that it saves time. It's faster to say can't than it is to say cannot. Cannot has more letters and more syllables. Here, watch. Here's can't. Can't, and here's cannot. Cannot. Those are two. Cannot has two syllables. Can't has one syllable. They've. You can see it right here. Oop, there's a zigzag there. I don't know what that zigzag's supposed to mean. But the HA becomes the apostrophe, and the V and E come on down. Next, so that was they've. Next one we have. W comes down. Oop, don't do that first. W becomes we've. We've been outside all day. Notice again the H and the A are replaced by the apostrophe. Now notice, for most of these, and we're going to zoom out a little bit, for most of these, what's happening is the letters are being taken away. However, if you go to number 1, you'll see that number 1, the only difference is, nope, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. My apologies. No, I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking of something else. I was mistaken. My apologies. They are becomes their. They're going to go to Disneyland. There. Boink, boink. Oops. And this one you can see that every letter comes down except for the letter A, which is replaced by an apostrophe. We are becomes we're. And last but not least, your. You are becomes your. All right, friends, let's zoom on out. So once again, friends, that was day 5, page 3.